Lately, I've been thinking about, as my last video has has shown about the term that they use a lot in United States and pretty much any other place in the Western world anyway, of color. What does that really mean? And just recently, I was watching the Golden Globes because there was nothing better to do. And there was this actress, and she was black, light skinned. So there is the first thing I want to say. There is no, I mean, if a person is light skinned, how can she be black? No such thing, right? Anyway, she was kind of like they tend to do nowadays. They get she got carried away in her 5 minutes of fame, and she said something like, "This is a great night for all the black actresses," and then she added, "for all the color as well." And that's what I have problems with, because I don't see how can someone who is not of the same race as you are have such pleasure of you winning that award. I just don't get that. How can she represent all the other people of color, and above most of all, what does of color mean? Isn't white a color also? I think that whole term is really misleading and misrepresentative. If she had said people of other races, like, then it would have been, more correct to me. But to say just, and to think that you represent people of all other colors other than white, of course. It's just pure arrogance, I think, don't you? And as I said, of course, this woman, she's light-skinned and she's not black, and of course, as like other, not all white people are white, and not all black people are black, so we need to stop using those terms. And also, they need to stop using the term of color, because it can be really kind of, I find slightly insulting, because it kind of insinuates that we, I mean Caucasians, cannot have color, that we don't have color in our skin. Yes, of course we do. I mean, there are Caucasians that look perhaps as dark as she does, and it's kind of, ridiculous to say, yeah, this is a great night for everybody who's of color, and even though everyone knows what she means, and sadly, it's been accepted as a legitimate term, for meaning non-whites, and but you know, what shall I say? It's not really a good or correct term, I think. But you know, if she had said non-whites, then it would be like, it would sound like racist or. And anyway, therefore, I think everyone should like just you know, not do that kind of speech. You know, like I'm representing color. You know, like all the other color. It's such a great night for all the colored people in the business. And why also? Because it's kind of there's this I have spoken about before. There's a uh, a clear difference and disparity. That's the word between the uh, how many African American successful actors and actresses there are in Hollywood, and how many successful other, like you know, Latin or Asian American or actors and actresses there are in Hollywood of their own kind, their own race. Because I don't see really how a so-called black actress winning a Golden Globe is going to help, for instance, Latin or Asian actress win that same award. I don't see that really, because it's obvious there is no real racial diversity in Hollywood yet. Hollywood and may never be, because yeah, there is an audience now that most audiences accept black actors. There are it again, African American actors or African European, whatever, just African actors in leading roles and leading parts in big Hollywood movies. But we still haven't gotten that far. There is an sizable audience for these other Asian Americans or Latin Americans. There isn't yet, despite there being a lot of a lot of people that race in America and Europe, and mostly America, but anyway. So my main point is, I got 2 points. Is that first, of color is not a correct term. Same as, for instance, saying someone has a British accent is not a correct term either, because there's a great variety of different accents in Britain. So yeah, in a large scale, you can say that there is a British accent, but it's not correct to call it just that. You must be more specific: English, Welsh, Scottish, or Northern Irish. So yeah, there's a clear division, still going on and in Hollywood, and the blacks have gotten there. They have achieved their goals. But I think that's why it's wrong for especially someone who's not a major star like this woman. I don't even know her name. I've only seen her once in a poor sitcom. Anyway, it's wrong for someone like her to like take it in her, in her stride or whatever you call it, to just give herself the liberty to represent other races in Hollywood. So that's all I wanted to say, really.